Welcome to Football Daily, the home of football on YouTube. Featuring top 10, Football Daily Weekly, versus transfer talk and much more every week. Subscribe now for the latest headlines, exclusive interviews and editorial features from the world of football. Manchester United's defeat to Southampton was a return to the darkest days of the David Moyes regime. Louis van Gaal spent £153m in the summer, but his team had precisely the same points as at the same stage last season under his doomed predecessor. How much progress would signify a decent return on a £153 million summer investment in new signings at Manchester United? The 5-point improvement on this stage last season. 8 points. 10 points. Or maybe the luxury of being able to select an 18-man squad to face Southampton without including a striker earning £265,000 a week. Sunday's defeat against Southampton at Old Trafford offered a reality check. However, in terms of the upward curve United are supposedly climbing under Van Gaal. Statistically, Van Gaal's United is no better than Moyes', which should be a worrying fact for the former Ajax, Barcelona and Bayern Munich coach. So you have waited until this moment when you can't put this question, Van Gaal said, when told of the Moyes comparison. All the weeks, you have waited to put this question, the moment I have the same points as David Moyes, that I haven't made better. Van Gaal's exasperated reaction to being compared to a man's act after steering United to 7th position was understandable. Since succeeding the Scot, Van Gaal has raised morale and belief at Old Trafford, dragging both off the floor with a summer spending spree that saw the likes of Falcao, Angel Di Maria, Ander Herrera and others arrive at the club. He has also lifted the team into the top 4 and on course for a return to the Champions League, so progress can be measured in that respect. But against Southampton, the football on display was a return to the darkest days of Moyes' failed reign. Any back three, including Chris Smalling, who treats the ball like a hornet's nest, is always likely to cause consternation and alarm, while Juan Mata's ongoing search for a decisive impact in a game against quality opponents is now approaching its first anniversary. Di Maria, deployed alongside Robin van Persie as a central striker against Southampton, is struggling to affect games as his £59.7 million price tag suggests he should, while Falcao, conspicuous by absence from duty in this game, has hardly done enough to warrant headline news at being overlooked. 3 goals in 5 injury-interrupted months at Old Trafford is the sum total of the Colombian's contribution during a season-long loan which, barring a prolific run of form between now and May, will surely result in him being sent back to Monaco rather than signed for a pre-agreed £43.2 million fee. Van Gaal's explanation of Falcao's omission here was plausible. He wanted the pace of James Wilson as cover for Di Maria and more defensive options to replace the short of fitness Luke Shaw and Daley Blind, but if one of the world's most renowned forwards missed out to a teenager with pace, he may as well start packing for Monte Carlo. We have now a lot of players coming back and Falcao has played the last 5 matches in a row, Van Gaal said. So I have to compare players with each other and now he was out of the 18. That is this moment, but next week is another moment. An ankle injury sustained by Robin van Persie may see Falcao return to the team against Queen's Park Rangers next Saturday, but the 28-year-old was becoming a sideshow in the bigger picture at Old Trafford. United's 11-game unbeaten run, which was brought to an end by Dusan Tadic's second-half goal, has papered over cracks and fueled the sense of complacency that all will be well under Van Gaal, with a top-4 finish as good as guaranteed. But within that run have been unconvincing away draws at Aston Villa, Tottenham and Stoke, all marked by a lack of killer instinct and pace, which have combined to make United predictable and easy to defend against. Last summer's investment was long overdue, but it appears to have been a drop in the ocean in terms of what is still required. Mats Hummels and Diego Godin, both on United's radar this month, would instantly add class and experience to the defence, while the energy of Kevin Strootman would give the team a much-needed forward gear in midfield. Up front, there is a lack of cutting edge, with a vacancy for at least 2 new faces to freshen up either now or in the summer. By then, United will hope and expect to be back in the Champions League, but their performance against Southampton offered a timely reminder that there are no guarantees. David Moyes can also attest to that. Last summer's investment was long overdue, but it appears to have been a drop in the ocean in terms of what is still required. Mats Hummels and Diego Gaal, both on United's radar this month, would instantly add class and experience to the defence, while the energy of Kevin Strootman would give the team a much-needed forward gear in midfield. Up front, there is a lack of cutting edge, with a vacancy for at least 2 new faces to freshen up either now or in the summer. By then, United will hope and expect to be back in the Champions League, but their performance against Southampton offered a timely reminder that there are no guarantees. David Moyes can also attest to that.